The video that you are about to watch took 4 years to make. Viewer discretion be advised. Honestly, just be glad you were watching it and not living it like I did. 4 years ago, I thought to myself, hey, wouldn't it be kind of cool to beat Pokemon, but with only shiny Pokemon? What? What's a shiny Pokemon? Oh, nothing, just a variant of Pokemon that are literally 8,000 times more rare. Maybe 4,000, depending on the game that you were playing, of course. Basically, I wanted to use the rarest Pokemon and beat the entire game with only a few hundred extra hours. All cause those shiny Pokemon go bling. Dedicating months of my life to beating a playthrough that was never even supposed to be a video. All leading up to this very moment. 4 years later, having beaten every single mainline Pokemon game with only shinies. 9 generations. And some extras a few times. Leaving us with only one game standing between us and achieving my goal of beating them all. Pokemon Black and White 2. A game with the amazing shiny odds of one shiny Pokemon for every 8,192 regular Pokemon. And also a game that I have never played before, making my first and only playthrough a literal dumpster fire of a journey. I can't think of a much better way to end a 4-year adventure, right? Right? Get ready for the final shiny Pokemon video of mine ever. Oh, okay, well, I know I said this like 2 years ago, but right now, this is technically correct. Like, there is literally no other games for me to do this in, okay? The series is finished. I need mental help. I know what you may be thinking. R9, Pokemon Black and White 2. Come on, I've never even played the first one. What do you mean, Black 2? Where's Pokemon Red and Blue, 2 through 9? Well, actually, son, I've been meaning to tell you this for a while. You better take a seat. You see, they've all secretly been Pokemon Red and Blue this whole time. You just gotta look deeper. Don't let that fancy number scare you. Technically, you don't have to play the first one. It's just like a Deadpool movie, really. We start this Pokemon journey just as you've grown to accept by choosing our gender, name, and or even our rival's name, which of course is time. A battle we are all fighting and will one day lose. Where we are introduced to this main character wearing exactly 50% of a hat. Well, unless this part is actually a wig attached to the hat, then I guess it would be 100% of a hat, or like 50% hat, 50% wig, the 30% reason to kill myself. I don't know, I haven't worked out the maths yet. The nice thing about this game is very straight to the point. You know, Mom doesn't yap for too long, and we're very quickly introduced to our rival, and even get our starter Pokemon. Or so it would normally go, but not for me. I cannot simply just receive my starter, because I have to reset for a few days first. No, like, seriously? Actual days. I'm talking thousands of resets. See, on my Pokemon Black playthrough, I of course didn't do this, because I much prefer the random encounters in the grass. But this time, I promised I would hunt the most requested in the comments. And honestly, it was a pretty close battle. But T-Pig, or T-Pig, whatever this is right dab in the middle. And your cursor, starts on this one. Making this for a much easier reset. I mean, come on guys, we're talking about a task that I'm performing literally thousands of times. And let's be real, it was probably the most requested anyways, right? And also, the like goal wasn't met anyway, so that's tough. If let's say each reset is about 30 seconds, because that makes the math a lot easier. 8,000 resets would be 4,000 minutes, 66 hours, or 3 whole days, just resetting the game. Over and over again. Normally, I'm a very dedicated grass starter kind of guy, but in this generation, I'm not too sure where I land with these ones. After choosing our starter close to 11,000 times, it was at 5 minutes in game time. You know, same thing. We finally get ourselves a shiny little pig. Does this guy now look like he built his house out of brick? Or goes wee 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 all the way to the market? Oh, come on, this is the cutest little bastard I've ever seen. And you know what? It only took a few days of autistically clicking A first. Who would have thought? I mean, could I have probably beat the whole game by now? Twice? Yeah. Well, come on, what did you think? I'm normal? Really? This guy? It's time for us to take our shiny little pig and force it to fight any and every single animal that even remotely comes into our line of vision. Unless it sparkles. Then we keep it. I mean, come on, I'm not a monster. On our journey of controlling the animal population of... Unova? Was that like Unova America? Question mark? Eyebrow raise emoji? We run into our everlasting enemy and friend, Time, who was helping look for a missing sheepdog. You don't say. Interesting. Will the owner mind if I help look for it, in a few days? Because I have circles to make in this grass until I find something that blinds me with its disease. Yeah, that's right. I'll never forgive you for that one, Matt Pat. After disregarding helping people in need and playing Ring Around the Fucking Rosie in hopes to find a really cool yellow Riolu, we instead find a shiny ball of cotton candy. Oh, wait. Is that a sheep? See, if only there was a device that would keep the sheep out of the wild animal selection, then this wouldn't have happened. Anyway, since this is the first shiny Pokemon that we come across that I can actually name, I gave it the most respectable name there is. Is it pink? Because I am colorblind and can't read. Believe me, it's canon to the R9 verse. I can't read. As an empath, I can sense why someone might be a little upset about losing their dog. But also, I beat up this guy's dog over here, and he gave me a shiny little badge. So I'm a little confused here how being a responsible pet owner really works. I just make mine fight. Now that we are equipped with the power of electric cotton candy and a flame-grilled pig, it's time to take the underground. Like Sonic Underground. Like 0.0000001% of top listeners of this underground band called Coughing and the Toxics. Yep, that's the band that I am 0.0001% of top fans. The gym leader is literally based like a bass guitar player. Thank you. I will be here for the next 15 minutes. As based as she may be, she also is very toxic in the means of only using poison-type Pokemon and also being very bad at doing it. Oh, she's kind of fucked up, dude. I don't know how I feel about beating up my Spotify Wrapped. Is P. Diddy gonna be the final boss? Guys, being in a band just isn't my thing. I think I'm much more cut out for being a movie star. More specifically, a Marvel movie star, since I am indeed very jacked, handsome, and also a raccoon. No, I'll let you know, this is a plot point that is very integral to the story, okay? Part where we filmed a movie, so the captain of the boat leading to the next city gives up on her dreams of ever being famous. Yeah, that part. Now that we have crushed her dreams and crushed the bad guys of Team Plasma, who I guess also stole the sheepdog from earlier? I don't know. I wasn't there. I was far too busy exploring the Chinese chemical plants to the south of the village. All because of Mom's love for child labor. I came across something even more incredible. A fluffy Speedorito doggo. This do happen to be my favorite Pokemon of all time, and actually was one of the very first 6 shiny Pokemon I used, and the very first shiny only ever. Yes, Pikachu wearing a shirt is far more rare than a shiny one, okay? There's only one of those in the world. I don't want to hear it anymore. I wasn't going to leave this area until I found one yellow pupper, and oh boy, was this a mistake. You may say I have a shiny Pokemon problem. Well, in fact, I actually have a shiny Pokemon solution. This took 4 days. Yep. 4 days. It wasn't even the first shiny I encountered, because I also caught TikTok brain rot. But for that, my sins will never be forgiven. With the criminals defeated and the dogs captured, this only leaves us to taking a boat ride to New York City, the setting of Gossip Girl, also known as Peak Cinema. In the city of New York, we are given the task of performing a scavenger hunt around the city for this clown, which I guess is optional. I'm very sorry for any of those officer workers whose pets I may have killed. At least we are much stronger from the experiences, right? New York City. The place where there are more rats than people. Goddamn city actually wants to introduce rat birth control. I wish this was a joke. Nope. City looking like a Shanghai dumpster. In the sewers, we do not meet the Rat King, but only Team Plasma members. And also, Gym Leader for reasons. Sorry, did I mention that I can't read? Is that just a goddamn spider nest? I have not seen Into the Spider-Verse yet. Will there be spoilers here? Luckily, this bug-type stuff seems to be very weak to fire. Who would have guessed that, right? Here I thought it was weak to the crushing blow that was the belt of my father. Who knew all I needed was a bottle of Axe and a lighter? Or a dog or pig that shoots flames out of their mouth, same thing. Few seconds later, we make it to the town from the last games where we met our green-haired boyfriend and rode the Ferris wheel with him. Yeah, this game is not even close to as romantic. Instead, waiting for us at the Ferris wheel is a very, very sweaty daycare worker who's a woman. And while riding the Ferris wheel, her only conversation point is how much more moist she is getting as the ride goes on. trust me. Not in the good way. The gym leader is also not here. Who'd figure you gotta go back to where the old gym leader was in the last games and perform the exact same roller coaster route, all to come to this lady, who is indeed not the electric gym leader at all. And all you gotta do is battle that blonde lady right there. Like 600 more times. Why? Well, because there isn't much gym to this gym. It's literally just a nightclub with a runway. Wait a second. I wasn't prepared for this. The electric gym? Oh no, not my weakness. A woman? Brain just stopped working. I didn't even stand a chance. Not until like, I don't know, like the 5th try, I finally learned how to pocket monster again. So like, does she just throw the same jacket every time we rebattle her? Or is this like a new jacket every time? You know, I'm just asking. I know I'm not going to get an answer. Like, this is kind of like a one-way conversation. Anyways, wait a second. This can't be right. Her Flaffy is pink too? And you're telling me it's not even shiny? Okay, so what's so special about mine? Just has green balls? Wow. How different. Let's be real. That zebra Pokemon should be illegal to own. I mean, it murdered at least 13 of my pets in like 20 minutes. Come on. It's not exactly you can have that thing strolling around New York, huh? What's it going to do? Fix the rat population? Why, the way they got me on the screen. Oh my god, no way. Is it because I'm a bad bitch now? That's right, people. Look at the face of victory. Only took me 9 tries in a training arc off screen. I'm kind of a big deal now. That gym went well. But I want things to run, you know, slightly smoother. And one giant way we can do that is by simply giving the dog steroids. That's right, by traveling the deserts of Dune. We can find a stone of fire and make the dog bigger and badder. No new moves, though. Maybe they were right about teaching an old dog new tricks. We cross the Brooklyn Bridge to see that it is indeed not going down every time I come around, but it does contain 2 Team Plasma workers that aren't quite, getting along, as you can see. You see, one is a modern Team Plasma that works for the most evil man alive, Indian of America, Senator Armstrong. These Team Plasma members stand for violence in movies and sex on TV that the old head Unk status Team Plasma members no longer rely, because their boss is our ex-boyfriend. I mean, Pokemon Black and White 2's, protagonists. I mean, come on. In this one, we are autistic, not gay. Seeing that Team Plasma has split into Bloods and Crips, I too will join the war against drugs. On the side of drugs, I can be bought. And old Team Plasma has offered me a Zorora? Really? That I can reset for like 595 billion times to make shiny? Oh wait, what? No, I can't, because this Shadow Fox is actually shiny locked? And I will not be taking Hungry Box to Game 5 on Final Destination with this Blue Fox? It even belonged to N. They're gonna deny me of this. That's nice. I love that for us. Yeah, I would like the last 6 hours of my life back then. Can I get that to go, maybe? For now, let's just focus our time on returning to yet another gym, where the leader is, of course, left their workplace. Seems to be a national holiday for all gym leaders, huh? With a fucking door stuck? Huh? Door stuck? After finding his address and leaking it on Reddit, he was quick to return to the gym. Only problem is how easy he was. Yeah, and here I was thinking that I'd have to travel back and train a little bit first. But nope, first try. 0 deaths. Like always, I guess. With another gym badge collected, that only means one thing: more adventuring to be had. And with one very big round fire pig, we can quickly dominate even the most competitive of Pokemon tournaments. That I had a total of 0% of any understanding of why we're even here. One thing you might not know about Time, our rival, is he's actually a huge fan of Pirates of the Caribbean. So he takes us onto a giant pirate ship. But well, the pirate ship is actually a Team Plasma ship. And again, we have to battle like 40 of them. Yep. And yes, I did use my shiny Arcanine, just like the anime teaser of the game. And yes, I did. I think it was pretty cool. Some may say, even based. I don't know if I'd personally go that far, but I thought it was pretty cool. Traveling through Zelda Puzzle Cave and Pokemon Cemetery with the summoning bell on top, I did a very large sweep of the area for potential shiny team recruits, but nothing really caught my eye. I mean, I saw Dynamo. He would be a pretty cool addition. It was very unlikely that I would actually counter it. And also, I already have an electric team member, so I opted to just take on the gym instead. Inside the Naval Air Base, actually, against flying leader Latina Skyla, inspired by Jennifer Lopez, according to PokeLeaks. I can't believe this is real. I refuse to believe that this is real. I know Shadow the Hedgehog would love this shit. Nothing too notable here. At least not as notable as going underground and fighting a gym. And I didn't even talk about that one at all. Making us a proud owner of the 6th gym badge and winning us a ride on Air Force One. I didn't even have to have my little toesies bitten by Joe Biden. So take that. For yet another great opportunity to capture shiny Pokemon with the forced double battle encounters. But well, yeah, nothing. But unbeknowingly to me, after this we would shortly encounter the easiest choice of a team member yet. A Combalion! Yep, that's right there. For free. Right for the taking. I even just got a Master Ball right before this in this game, just to make it a little bit sweeter. So of course, we have to get it, right? Assuming that we are lucky enough for, it to be shiny. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. I can't even pretend to guess how many resets this was. There was a solid 1 week period of doing a couple hours of resets a day, until it finally happened. Yeah, only 300 gigabytes of deleted gameplay resets later. Can you believe it? I'm just so lucky. You know what? I'll be the first to say it. It is extremely underwhelming considering how much time I put in for it. We got a Terrakion in the original black and it didn't take nearly as long. Yeah, this one right here. Combalion? Not the greatest of coloring. Not exactly looking at Paul Allen's card here, are we? But to be fair, it is a legendary and has pretty good type coverage. I'm not here to complain. After a run-in with Team Plasma and meeting up with the Professor and ruining some old guy's 1,000 battle winning streak, we're faced with the crucial decision of, should I waste more time hunting another roaming legendary? Yeah, they're really roaming in this game. I know, it may seem like a no-brainer. Come on, that's just another legendary right there, am I right? But also, no resets aren't nearly as effective or as efficient as random encounters, meaning I will never get a water or flying Pokemon on our team for the rest of the game. Sure, Grass would be a pretty good typing to have, and it is a legendary, of course. But come on, I'm not 5 years old. I don't need legendaries all the time, okay? Yeah, I got it. Doing this may have delayed the video another few weeks, but damn it, was it worth it? And it is indeed pink, not green. Was this the worst and most anxiety I've ever had capturing a shiny Pokemon ever? No, not at all. It was nothing like that. With our team completed, it's time to see if we got what it takes to beat the game. By first taking on the Dragon Gym, which is trading its horizontal dragon statues for much more long and vertical ones. Oh my god, no way. There's even a black and a white one here. Just like the Race Wars. And even look at that. They fight each other. How creative. How creative this guy must have been who made this. This old white man. Who would have guessed that, huh? Who would have guessed that was the face of someone behind this idea? The battle with Drayden surprisingly went a lot better than I expected. Combalion, who wasn't even at full HP, struggles to defeat his Druddigon, but lives with one singular hit point to defeat it with a third Sacred Sword, leaving it up to Verizon Mobile to suck out all of Laflagon's health to 0 until the real battle starts with Haxorus. Even paralyzed and severely wounded, managed to Dragon Dance enough to sweep my entire team, and even fully heal afterwards. So I returned the favor and healed Combalion, who was able to flinch the Haxorus not once, but twice, with Ironhead, finally securing us the victory. Now that we are one badge from a free pass to the Pokemon League, we learn of more lore and tales of the 2 dragons. Well, sort of 3, that confuse into 1. Right before Team Plasma attacks us from a ship directly ripped from Final Fantasy IX. Or, honestly, even Mario Bros. 3. Shooting from above, they freeze the entire town. Much more Mario Bros. 3, because that's some shit that only Bowser would do. I respect it, you're really playing the role. Really Japanese playing the role. Get it? Japanese role-playing game. Pokemon is one. just as we are going to receive Drayden's DNA splicer that Team Plasma were after the whole time, a hidden plasma ninja yanks it from our frostbitten hands. And thus, the plot thickens. Huh. Oh well, you might as well continue on our badge adventure, right? It's not like time's really letting me do anything else anyways. Type advantage or not, this actually did pose much more of a challenge than all of the previous gyms before it. It was almost as if this is the most difficult one. I know, it's crazy to think. But in the end, I realized just keeping Verizon alive, I could suck all of the water Pokemon's HP completely dry, granting us the final gym badge. After his defeat, he warns us of Team Plasma and their many meeting spots. We run into yet another roaming legendary. Been there, done that. I mean, he's not even blocking our path. I mean, he's a pretty generous guy in that regards. So we head towards the caves instead, where they are hiding their giant air fortress. This entire time, I should have known it. It was offshore. Dang, those billionaires being so smart, running to foreign countries in their air fortresses. Damn, wish I was that smart. You know what, I'm gonna keep it real, champ. This whole infiltrate enemy base, find their leader, and do it all over again thing doesn't really interest me all that much. I mean, at least have it inconvenience me in some sort of way so that I feel like I'm doing something. I mean, you can't get into the gym. Oh, you gotta go battle the bad guys. You know, at least it has a purpose. Like, oh no, I gotta turn off all the lasers to progress in the layer. This kind of sucks because there's actually good villains in this game that are actually cool. Like N's adopted father from the original Black and White, who eventually we follow into a cave to confront with his legendary Pokemon, the power behind freezing the entire world. Or that town from 6 minutes ago, I don't know. Because that's right, after checking our Naruto ship within filler list, we actually reach peak villainry. Confronting Ghetsis? Ghetsis? Yeah, I don't know how the fuck you say that name. In the cave where he doesn't have to hold back at all when battling us. Because you know what? He doesn't just want to battle us actually. He wants to kill us, using Kyurem to attack us head on. No Pokemon on the field. I was just going right for my life points. Just as we were about to... death? And he's here to save the day. Oh man, he's so brave. Fighting your dad is always the hardest. Only one slight problem. As heroic and awesome as that shit was, he actually just served the bad guy the final Infinity Stone like a fucking Domino's pizza pie by bringing Zekrom to the Mario Party 5, as can be seen by badass cutscene. Yeah, well, you see, he sucks up and absorbs N's Zekrom. Oh no, not N's best friend. How could you? Who's gonna be his best friend now, huh? It's time to kick some Fusion Dragon Vegito ass with the Swords of Justice. Hold on one second, I just gotta let this legendary die from his burns real quick. Okay, there we go. The Swords of Justice. We slice that dragon right in half. Of course, that's not good enough. He wants to fight us now. And also, I gotta admit that, you know, N's best friend's back. Guess I really missed my shot. Ghetsis, or Ghetsis? I still can't perform this guy's name. He didn't really put up too much of a fight. I mean, come on, my boy. I'm sorry. I mean, my friend N is watching me, and I get +5 in all stats when he's around. I mean, come on, it's just maths. And with N's stepdad defeated, we only have one goal left. As N demands we become the champion. And who am I to argue with him? Whatever the green-haired man says, I do, okay? 4 years leading up to this very moment. Will I be able to conquer the Elite Four of the Unova region without a water, flying, or, well, any coverage at all, really? While being extremely under-leveled at shit. Like, come on, am I wheezing? I mean, why is this fucker even here? What's he gonna do, just explode? The Elite Four is all that stands between us and me being freed from this shiny Pokemon prison that is what basically this entire channel is funded on. Yeah, no, seriously, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do after this. You know what, maybe actually, I just won't fight the Elite Four. Yeah, then I won't have to deal with that. Life is about progress, and Daddy N is counting on me to be his bestest boy. Better get ready, because here I come. Oops, this happens to be the wrong door. Where was I? Starting with Dracula, whose lair is Not nearly as cool and creepy anymore for some reason. Except that couch. That's pretty fucked up, dude. Well, we started with Dracula because all of his Pokemon are weak to fighting, and I have 3 of those. So yeah, that's why we're here. Yeah, there's not really much else to say about this fight. He's kind of dies. The next Elite Four member, though, couldn't be more of the opposite. She's in a white rose, for God's sakes, and even used a psychic. The plan was to use Arcanine and Snarl the whole team until their special attacks were so useless. Of course, that doesn't work, because she kept trying to put us to sleep, and even suck our dreams. Joke's on her. I have no dreams. Only the nightmares. Also, may I remind you that more than 70% of our entire team dies to one psychic. You know that move that she happens to spam a lot? Even when I found a solution to this, she just spammed recover over and over again until we lost. Luckily, she only has 4 Pokemon because her Gothitelle took out more than half of our team. She still has a Sigilif. But you know what? All that recovering, it's only fair that I bring back Is It Pink, making it so that we are eventually able to seal the win. Yeah, these level gaps are really starting to catch up with us. Nah, level gaps are for the weak, because I'm gonna fight some ghosts, because I ain't afraid of no ghosts. I open up with Arcanine again for the whole Snarl tactic, except this time, it doesn't fully work. It even kept lowering our special defense in return. Come on, that's not fair. Oh, anyways, may that piss doggo get a good sleep. I love that guy personally. You see, I thought I was safe when I went into Is It Pink versus the sentient chandelier. But oh no, when a big old fire blast of off hits you in the face and you die. Yeah, you just die, no matter who you are. The fire blast doesn't really discriminate. Luckily, I did get paralyzed before I was taken out by the burn. Yeah, you heard me right. I paralyzed a ghost. Of course the flaming ghost chandelier has psychic. Why wouldn't it? Poor little pig. Just barely killed it. Again. Golurk being weak to grass. We just, suck it dead. Leaving only her blimp ghost left, and I just rammed my head into it a few times. Yeah, there's really nothing a little brain damage can't fix. Just a little aftermath, that's all. I can't read. Leaving us with only the final Elite Four member. I couldn't remember this guy's name, even if I tried, and that has nothing to do with me being able to read, of course. His first Pokemon, Throw, made me want to throw in the towel. Made me want to throw myself out of a moving vehicle. This guy kills everyone. If by everyone I mean 2 really good Pokemon. Yeah, he's that. Right before we extremely sped it to death, only for him to go into Concal there. I was feeling pretty confident after our first hit almost killed it. Of course, it couldn't be that easy. This thing hits harder than the belt of my father. At least me and Fu ain't that bad.
What the fuck?
This can't be real. I spent way too much time to just lose it all here. I refuse to rebattle the Elite Four. So you know what? With the power of money and my gang affiliation on the side of drugs, I will use all of the revives necessary to take out his sock. Yeah, you know what this Pokemon? You know what this Pokemon could sock? He's dead. With the Elite Four defeated, it's time for the champion in the undergrounds of Elden Ring and the lanes between. Against Iris, in front of the stars, with her mighty dragons that we have no weaknesses to exploit, except that one. You know what, I'm just gonna spoil a little bit. We get pretty damn lucky in this fight. I mean, against her Druddigon, we are just about to die to one of his powerful attacks. I got a crit. Thing's dead. And no, our luck didn't stop there. Her Archelops misses a rock slide, and we hit it with a power gem, killing the flying freak, only for her to go into Aggron. So, 2 flamethrowers later, he's dead. And now it's time for the final stretch. Only 2 Pokemon remaining. Oh yeah, Brain Rot is still on our team, by the way. I know you might have forgot. I actually gave him experience share, and he's leveling up pretty quickly, I'll let you know. The fucking guy just learned Destiny Bond, just now, right in the middle of this final fight. Totally not gonna come in clutch in this fight or anything. Combalion versus Haxorus. Our strongest Pokemon versus hers. And our first Iron Head does some insane amounts of damage. And it's all looking like sunshine and rainbows from here on out. Except not. After 3 Dragon Dances and basically full HP, it's not looking too good for us. Ampharos fails on slowing it down with a para, leaving it all up to Arcanine. Leaving it all up to Brain Rot, who in no world should have survived a dual chop from Haxorus after being 13 levels lower than it and having 3 Dragon Dance buffs. 2 hit points would like to say otherwise, giving us our one opportunity to use Destiny Bond. Well, there's only a slight problem with this, is that if Iris is smart enough to change out Haxorus, we'll lose the Destiny Bond, and most likely, the battle. So it all comes down to this. Is the AI smart and is dumb? She killed us, taking her Haxorus with us, leaving only her final Pokemon. And without knowing what it is, since we both died at the same time, I go in to Virizion with only 40 HP and a dream. And what Pokemon does she have? Lapras? Oh my god, I couldn't have got luckier. Not only do we outspeed, but we Gigasuck some great HP and narrowly survive her Ice Beam, leaving us alive to outspeed her on the next turn and finally become Pokemon Champion, officially completing every Pokemon game with only Shinies. Our 4-year adventure with many ups and lots of downs. Journeys through games where I poured hundreds of my hours to complete is finally coming to an end. And well, I couldn't be more proud. But at the same time, it feels so bittersweet because for the first time in years, I don't know what's next. And as exciting as this is, it's also scary. So, if you guys ever enjoyed any part of this journey, thank you guys so much for sticking around. A laugh, hopefully. Really, this has been really special. Thank you guys so much for every one of you guys that commented, subscribed. Hopefully, very more laughs are on their way. Coming very, very soon. But you know what? For now, one last time, I've been R9, and I hope you had yourselves a damn good time.